So I've been working really hard this year on a cell builder, and I've tried multiple things to try to get queen cells made. I started having a little bit of success with it, and I'm going to give you an idea of what I'm doing, show you how I'm doing this. I'm my own cameraman again, so this becomes a problem. I'd like to do a better video, but unfortunately I'm doing my own camera work right now, and I don't have a tripod handy. But I want to show you what I've been doing. I've been using stacked nukes for my cell builders, and it's working pretty good. I mean, I'm getting a good take. I think my main weakness right now is somewhere in my grafting, so I need to work on that, and I'm sure I'll get better at it as we go here. But let me show you, give you an idea what I do. All right, so right here is my cell builder colony. It's a starter finisher colony. All right, it's a strong nuke stack. All right, so earlier today, what I did is I took and set up my cell starting portion in the top box. What that consists of is a frame of honey, a frame of pollen, 2 frames of brood, one of which is the frame that I'm going to graft from, which I took from this queen right here. Okay, this is the queen I wanted to graft from. I took a frame of eggs and young larvae, and I put it in here. Now you got to be careful, because you got to make sure that you have plenty of stuff to graft from. So you need to make sure you have eggs, because I'm not grafting until tomorrow. So if I have eggs, that means whatever was a 3-day-old egg, tomorrow will be graftable, okay? So I put 1 frame of open brood that I'm gonna graft with tomorrow up in here, and also another frame of open brood up in there from the original colony. So what this is doing, okay, this is taking nurse bees from down here and drawing them up into this box through the queen excluder, which I have set up there, okay? All right, so that was earlier today. I've waited for, a half a day now. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna take this top box off, okay? That's where I'm gonna be doing my queen rearing, all right? I'm going to take this box off, and I'm gonna set it aside down here for a minute. And then I'm gonna take those 3 boxes here, and I'm gonna move them over here to this spot, okay? The only thing that will be left here will be the box that's on top right now, okay? So what does this accomplish? Now it's late in the day, so this box is gonna have plenty of bees to take care of it, but tomorrow morning when the bees start flying, they're gonna leave out of this side, and they're gonna fly back in here, and they're gonna flood this single box that's going to be in place here, and this box is going to be packed out. And then tomorrow evening I'm going to come in and I'm going to take the 1 frame of brood that is in there that came from the original colony. I'm going to put it back in the colony, okay? And I'm going to take a frame of foundation that the bees are drawing out, because we want the bees to draw foundation while they're making queens, so that they don't draw a bunch of comb around the queen cells, right? I'm gonna take that frame and I'm gonna shake the frame off with brood, and I'm gonna, again, like I said, put it back into the colony over here. That'll be over here now. And I'll take a foundationless frame out of that box, and we'll put it into the single box that will be here, okay? Then the only thing we have left in there is we have the frame that has the stuff, the larva that we're going to be grafting from, that'll be in that box. And then what I'll do is when it's time to graft, I will pull that one out. This will be tomorrow evening, probably about 6 o'clock. I'll pull that frame out. I will wipe with, I can use some of the, I could use grass if I wanted to, or I have a fine brush, and I'll brush all the bees off back into the nurse bees off of it, back into the box, and I'll close it up. I'll go inside and graft. Now, the nice thing is that box, that frame of larvae will probably already have like a couple queen cells on it. Not to mention, they should have plenty of wet brood in there. It should be good to graft with. It shouldn't be dry at all, because that's all the bees will be doing is feeding that larva, right? And producing some royal jelly, all right? And then what I'll do is I'll graft 30 cells, okay? And I'll put the cell cups in that box for 48 hours and let them build those cells out. Then I'll pull the single box off, set it over to the side, move the 3 stacked back over in place, put the queen excluder up there, and then put my colony that was starting the cells back on top above the queen excluder, and they'll finish the cells. And that's how I'm going to do it, okay? So anyway, first step right now, and I won't be able to video this, unfortunately, but I'll come back and I'll review it. But the first thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this top box off, set it aside, and then move all this over to here, okay? So hang tight. All right, so here's where we're at now. All right, I have taken the 4 stack of bees, moved it all over here, taken the box that was on the top above the queen excluder and set it in its place now. So any bee that's flying will fly back into this box, okay? They'll leave over there. If they don't leave tonight, they'll leave tomorrow morning. They'll fly out, and this is where they're oriented to. So by tomorrow, this colony will be packed out. And like I said, there's a significant frame of pollen, 2 significant frames of honey, and 2 frames of brood right now. Tomorrow, we will remove all the brood and put queen cells in there. And we'll put one of these frames that needs to be drawn out in there, okay? And we'll clean this up a little bit here. I really need to get in here and kill these weeds. But anyway, that's where we're at. So that's the story. Let me go back over here. All right, so once again, this colony now, by tomorrow, after these bees fly out tomorrow, now, if there was really bad weather, they may never fly out, right? So that can make this week. But I can tell you tomorrow is supposed to be 90 and sunny. So they will fly out in the morning, and they will end up in here, okay? And they will pack this out. It will be loaded with bees in there. And then tomorrow evening, we will graft, okay? So that's how it's done. And again, after I graft, you got to pull the brood out, right? Any open brood or eggs, you have to pull out. So on this side right here, this slot, the outside frame is open brood. That's going to get shaken off into there. The brood will go back into here. The frame that we're grafting the larva from is in the middle slot, the number 3 slot. We will pull that out. I will gently brush all the bees off back into the box, and then we will go graft, and we will come back and we will sit our cells in there. We'll leave them for 2 days, okay, queenless for 2 days, and then we will take this box, move it off to the side, move this back in its place, and then take this, or it will be this box at that point, take this box and put it on top of this one in this place, above the queen excluder, and they'll finish those cells. So hopefully I didn't confuse you very much on this. This is how I'm doing it, and I'll try to keep following up on it to show you how it's going. All right, peace out.